Living off the grid is becoming an increasingly attractive lifestyle for many Americans, driven by a desire for self-sufficiency and independence. However, the dream of sustainable living can sometimes turn into a bureaucratic nightmare due to restrictive state regulations across the U.S. Imagine setting up your perfect eco-friendly homestead, only to find out that your state laws put significant hurdles in the way of rainwater collection, solar energy usage, and even small-scale farming. Some states take it a step further by mandating connection to the power grid, effectively handcuffing those who want to live independently. In this video, we're diving into 8 U.S. states where off-grid living is particularly challenging. We'll explore the implications these laws have on personal freedoms and discuss potential strategies to navigate these restrictive regulations. While the states we talk about are not listed in any particular order, all of them share one common thread. They can make the off-grid lifestyle more complicated than it needs to be. But don't lose hope. There are often ways to work around these obstacles. It's crucial to delve into both state laws and local ordinances. In many cases, you'll find that county regulations are far more lenient than those imposed by cities. By staying informed and resourceful, you can still make your off-grid dreams come true. So let's get started and take a look at these 8 states to understand why they earn the dubious honor of being some of the worst for off-grid living and what you can do to adapt, whether you're already off the grid or just dreaming about it. This video will equip you with the knowledge you need to navigate this complex terrain. New Jersey. When it comes to living off-grid, New Jersey stands as one of those challenging states in the U.S. One key reason is the state's mandate that residents connect to municipal water and sewer systems, making complete self-sufficiency almost impossible. These requirements are grounded in ensuring public health and safety, but they pose significant obstacles for those looking to lead an independent off-grid lifestyle. Moreover, New Jersey's stringent building codes add another layer of complexity. For example, the state has substantial restrictions on water collection systems. Rainwater harvesting, a common practice for off-grid dwellers, is heavily regulated, making it difficult to secure a reliable water supply. These building regulations complicate the construction of alternative energy sources and sustainable living structures, further hampering off-grid aspirations. Natural disasters are another significant concern. New Jersey is particularly vulnerable to hurricanes and severe storms. These natural elements can devastate off-grid setups, which often rely on carefully balanced self-sustaining systems. Rebuilding and maintaining an off-grid home in the wake of such disasters adds an ongoing layer of risk and difficulty for residents. High living costs in New Jersey also factor into the equation. The economic pressures are considerable. With the state frequently ranking among the most expensive in the country, these costs make it challenging to find affordable land suitable for off-grid living. Property prices are steeper here compared to other states, and the limited availability of land further restricts options. Finally, the sheer economic landscape and limited available land make finding and affording an appropriate off-grid property a considerable challenge. For many, the concept of off-grid living becomes less feasible when balanced against these financial and regulatory pressures. In summary, while New Jersey offers many attractions for those looking to live off the grid, it presents a formidable set of challenges that can be tough to overcome. R7, Arizona. When it comes to off-grid living, Arizona seems like a dream with its abundant sunshine and vast stretches of affordable land. At first glance, it appears to be a paradise for anyone looking to harness solar power and live sustainably, but don't get too excited just yet. The reality of off-grid living in Arizona might be more challenging than you think. One of the biggest hurdles off-grid enthusiasts face in Arizona is the heavy regulatory requirements imposed on solar panel installations. While the state receives plenty of sunshine, these regulations often come with monthly fees that can quickly add up, eating into the cost savings you might expect from going solar. It's ironic that a state blessed with so much sunlight can feel so restrictive for solar energy aficionados. Water use in Arizona is another area where aspiring off-gridders will face a tough battle. Strict controls over water resources mean extensive legal hurdles if you wish to be self-sufficient. It's not just a matter of drilling a well or setting up a rainwater catchment system. Navigating the labyrinth of water rights and usage laws can be a daunting task. This makes water independence a significant challenge, further complicating sustainability efforts. Moreover, disconnecting from municipal utilities in Arizona is fraught with obstacles. Legal impediments can make it nearly impossible to cut the ties with public services completely. For those who dream of a fully autonomous lifestyle, these barriers can be incredibly discouraging. Without the ability to completely untether from the grid, many of the economic and environmental benefits of off-grid living are substantially reduced These factors collectively make Arizona a tough state for off-grid living, despite its natural advantages. The stringent regulations and legal complexities can sap both your energy and finances, making it far from the paradise one might initially envision. If Arizona is on your list, be prepared for a challenging journey towards energy and water independence. By 6. Illinois nihilist. Illinois may not be the first state that comes to mind when thinking about off-grid living, but it certainly serves up its own set of significant challenges. Let's dive into why Illinois makes it onto our list of states that pose obstacles to a self-sufficient lifestyle. Firstly, Illinois enforces stringent zoning laws and building codes that can make the off-grid dream a bureaucratic nightmare. If you want to construct a residence that's not hooked up to traditional municipal utilities, prepare for extensive paperwork and relentless scrutiny. Whether it's obtaining permits or meeting specific housing standards, regulatory compliance is a continual hurdle. Then consider the state's climate. Illinois experiences harsh winters with biting cold and heavy snowfall, followed by severe summer storms that bring torrential rains and strong winds. These extreme weather patterns not only stress your off-grid setup, but particularly challenge solar energy generation. Your solar panels will need to be robust and well maintained to withstand these conditions, increasing your initial building and maintenance costs. On top of that, Illinois shows noteworthy agricultural policies and restrictions. All right, for those aiming to grow their own food, the red tape doesn't make it easy. Limited food production options and specific legal requirements necessitate thorough navigation of agricultural laws, whether it's restrictions on livestock, constraints on crop choices, or even water rights. Each regulation adds another layer of complexity to living off the grid in Illinois. Furthermore, high compliance costs can significantly stretch your budget. The need for durable construction materials, advanced energy systems, and potential upgrades to meet state regulations all contribute to skyrocketing initial expenses. It's not just about setting up your off-grid haven, but ensuring it remains functional and legal over time. All these factors combined, stringent laws, harsh weather, agricultural limitations, and high costs create a mosaic of challenges for off-grid enthusiasts. So while Illinois offers beautiful landscapes and rich soils, these rewards come with formidable obstacles. For many, the layered complexities of living off-grid in Illinois make it a less favorable option compared to other states. Florida's warm climate might make it seem like an ideal candidate for off-grid living, but diving deeper reveals significant challenges. The first hurdle comes in the form of strict building codes designed to withstand the state's frequent hurricanes. These regulations, while essential for safety, inevitably drive up construction costs and material requirements. What complicates matters further is that these codes and permits are not uniform. They vary from county to county. So if you think the rules in your area are tough across county lines, and you might find even stricter codes waiting for you. When it comes to the state's flat terrain and high water table, water management becomes a significant challenge. Traditional septic systems can be problematic, often requiring alternative solutions, which again adds to the cost and complexity of off-grid living. And let's not forget the frequent natural disasters, hurricanes, flooding, and even the occasional tornado can all wreak havoc on off-grid setups. Such events can lead to extensive damage, often necessitating costly repairs or even complete rebuilding. Living without conventional utilities in Florida's climate introduces its own set of difficulties. The state's infamous humidity can make food preservation particularly tricky. Without proper refrigeration, spoilage rates soar, making sustainable living more complicated. Additionally, the intense heat can make daily living uncomfortable and sometimes unbearable without air conditioning. While Florida's natural beauty and warm weather are undeniable, these perks come with a host of logistical challenges for those looking to live off the grid. If you're considering Florida as your off-grid paradise, be prepared for a landscape fraught with financial, environmental, and regulatory obstacles. For Nevada, up next, let's dive into Nevada, a state that throws down some significant gauntlets for those daring enough to attempt off-grid living. Nevada is more than just the glittering lights of Las Vegas. It's a landscape filled with legal hurdles and environmental extremes that make sustainable, independent living quite the ordeal. First off, the legal landscape in Nevada is not particularly friendly to the off-grid lifestyle. There are stringent regulations requiring residents to connect to the state water supply. These mandates make it incredibly tough to establish a completely independent water system, putting a dent in any plans for a self-sustained homestead. Additionally, the state imposes strict utility grid regulations, further complicating efforts to live off-grid. But that's not where the challenges end. Nevada's harsh desert climate adds another layer of complexity. With scorching summers that can see temperatures soar well above 100 degrees Fahrenheit and winters that can dip into the freezing range, the extreme temperatures require robust planning for heating and cooling systems. And let's not forget about water scarcity. The minimal annual rainfall in this arid state means that finding a reliable water source is a constant struggle. And if you've got dreams of growing your own food, Nevada's persistent drought conditions will certainly keep you on your toes. The lack of water makes agriculture a daunting task, rendering traditional farming methods ineffective. You need innovative solutions like advanced irrigation systems and drought-resistant crops to even stand a chance. So when you combine these legal restrictions with extreme weather conditions and agricultural hurdles, Nevada distinctly positions itself as a state where off-grid living is not just challenging. It's an uphill battle. This 4-spot on our list serves as a stark reminder that while the dream of living independently is alluring, the reality in certain states can be rather harsh. 3, Hawaii. Hawaii, often celebrated for its breathtaking landscapes and tropical climate, presents both allure and significant challenges for those considering off-grid living. On the surface, it might seem like a paradise for sustainable and self-reliant lifestyles, thanks to its year-round growing season and abundant natural resources. The state offers a wealth of sunshine perfect for solar power, fertile soil conducive to agriculture, and ample rainfall crucial for water collection. These factors make Hawaii appear as an ideal candidate for off-grid living. However, the reality is far more complex and demanding. One of the primary challenges of off-grid living in Hawaii is the high cost of land. While the dream of owning a plot in such an exotic location is enticing, the financial burden can be overwhelming. On top of land expenses, the general cost of living in Hawaii is notoriously high, encompassing everything from groceries to construction materials, making it harder to establish and maintain a self-sustained lifestyle. Moreover, Hawaii is no stranger to environmental hazards. The state's weather and geological conditions can pose serious risks to off-grid communities. Hurricanes and tsunamis are significant threats that require thorough and meticulous planning. Additionally, Hawaii's volcanic activity introduces another layer of danger, necessitating robust measures to ensure safety and sustainability. Living off the grid here demands rigorous preparation, emergency planning, and often substantial financial investment to mitigate these risks. Despite these obstacles, the dream of off-grid living in Hawaii is not unattainable. Many have successfully navigated these challenges, creating harmonious, sustainable lifestyles in this island paradise. With proper planning, resource management, and a clear understanding of the risks involved, Hawaii can still be a viable, albeit challenging, option for those committed to living off the grid. 2, California. California, famed for its scenic beauty and sunny climate, is a state that significantly complicates off-grid living. While the allure of its landscapes from picturesque coastlines to awe-inspiring mountain ranges may beckon many, the reality of establishing an off-grid lifestyle here is fraught with challenges. The most immediate obstacle comes in the form of the state's high cost of living. Housing prices soar above the national average, making the acquisition of land cumbersome and expensive. Additionally, utility costs are notoriously high, exerting further financial strain on individuals aiming to live self-sufficiently. For those seeking more affordable options, California's desert regions might seem appealing at first glance. However, these areas present their own set of formidable difficulties. The harsh, sweltering climate can be extreme, especially during the summer months when temperatures can soar to debilitating levels. Limited access to water resources adds another layer of complexity, demanding innovative solutions for sustainable living. Moreover, California is a hotspot for natural disasters. Frequent wildfires, unpredictable earthquakes, and other natural calamities pose perpetual threats that make off-grid living precarious and challenging. To compound these difficulties, California's strict regulatory environment makes navigating the legal landscape an arduous task. Stringent rules necessitate numerous permits for essential off-grid activities, from water collection and septic systems to energy generation and waste disposal. This bureaucratic maze not only complicates the endeavor, but also significantly elevates costs. The time and effort required to comply with these extensive regulations can be discouraging, turning the dream of a simplistic, self-sufficient lifestyle into a complex and costly venture. In summary, while California dazzles with its natural beauty and pleasant climate, it stands as a formidable opponent to those who aspire to live off-grid. The high cost of living, harsh desert conditions, frequent natural disasters, and complex regulatory requirements collectively render California a challenging place to establish an off-grid lifestyle. Climb one through Connecticut. Connecticut, known for its picturesque landscapes and charming small towns, presents significant challenges for those looking to embrace an off-grid lifestyle. One of the primary hurdles in this New England state is its stringent building codes. These codes often require extensive modifications and approvals, making it difficult to construct unconventional homes or structures that are essential for sustainable living. Developers and individuals alike face a labyrinth of regulations that can be both time-consuming and costly to navigate. High land costs in Connecticut further complicate efforts to live off-grid. The state's desirable location and affluent communities drive up real estate prices, making it difficult for those on a modest budget to acquire adequate land for an off-grid homestead. In addition to these financial barriers, local ordinances frequently demand that properties must be connected to municipal sewer systems. This stipulation limits the use of alternative waste management solutions such as composting toilets and gray water recycling systems, which are vital for sustainable living. Moreover, Connecticut's local zoning laws often restrict the ability to raise livestock or cultivate crops. Many municipalities impose limitations on the types and numbers of animals residents can keep, and some have stringent rules regarding home gardening or farming activities. These restrictions are particularly disadvantageous for those aiming for self-sufficiency, as they constrain the ability to produce one's own food. The combination of high land prices, restrictive local ordinances, and rigorous building codes created financial and logistical hurdles that make establishing and maintaining an off-grid lifestyle in Connecticut daunting, even for the most determined individuals. For those aspiring to live a more sustainable and self-sufficient life, Connecticut's regulatory landscape requires careful planning and considerable resources. While the state's natural beauty is undeniable, the complexities of its regulatory environment make it one of the most challenging places in the U.S. for off-grid living. In conclusion, while the allure of off-grid living is undeniable, the challenges presented by states like Connecticut, California, New York, and others can be formidable. From high real estate prices and restrictive zoning laws to stringent building codes and mandatory utility connections, these hurdles demand careful strategic planning and ample resources. For those who are steadfast in their determination, understanding and navigating these regulations is crucial for achieving a sustainable off-grid lifestyle. What do you think are the biggest barriers to off-grid living in your area? We'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. If you found this video informative, please like and subscribe to our channel for more insights on sustainable living and off-grid lifestyles.